Today is officially day one of me becoming the greatest college barber in my city. Today is officially day one of me becoming the greatest college barber in my city. Does that sound weird? Oof, you just cut off that semi. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, people driving crazy. Today officially marks day one of me becoming the greatest college student. My God. Today is officially day one of me becoming... Why are you in my lane? Look at y'all waiting like some goofies. Today is officially day one of me becoming the greatest college barber in my city. My name is Adam, and today I want to give you guys the opportunity to get to know who I am, what I do, of course with the help of my beanhead uncle. So yeah, man, as you can see, we're already getting into it with our first cut of the day. Just to give you guys a little context, I have been cutting for, what has it been, like 2 years now? The whole reason why I even started barbering in this first place is actually this dude right here. Literally, if it weren't for this dude right here, I really wouldn't be cutting hair right now. I was fresh out of high school, and honestly, I was tired of just being in bed. Something in me, I was just like, dude, I just want to do something, you know? I'm not gonna lie, when I was in high school, I wasn't really much of a people's person. I didn't really know how to talk to people. I knew that was like one of my biggest struggles, like being in high school, was that I didn't talk to a lot of people. So I wanted to change that, but I was afraid of trying to change it. And I actually had 3 routes before I even chose barbering in the first place. One of the careers that I had wanted to pursue was actually making beats. If you really know me, like if you know me, you'll know that I used to make beats. Ain't that right, uncle? So yeah, I used to make beats. I was heavy into it. That was like around COVID time, and unfortunately it just ended up being a phase. I just only ended up doing beats just because I was just bored and just wanted to try something new. So there was another thing that I used to watch all the time back in high school. I used to watch this guy make jewelry, and at the time, like, it was a little bit too late for me to be taking jewelry class in high school because I was a senior when I had started watching all of these videos. But that was another interest of mine. But I knew, like, that guy who I had watched in high school, he was more of an influence for me to get jewelry, not be a person who makes jewelry. So then there was one more thing that I thought that could possibly, get to stimulate me, and that was actually cutting hair. Not gonna lie, at the time during high school, I only see it as satisfying. The same exact video that I'm doing right now were the exact videos that I was watching in high school. I seen barbering more as like satisfying than I did like actually like a hobby. I was only learning it just because I was bored and I had nothing else to do in school, and like I just like the process of just like cutting hair, like to leave looking like they're $1 million. So when it came to after high school, for me to try and like, do something a little bit more, barbering kind of spoke out to me. I'm not gonna lie, I was low-key struggling a little bit in high school to try to find a good consistent barber. It even got to the point where I had even wanted to try cutting my own hair at one point without even knowing much about cutting hair in the first place. I would go to shops and I would go to people, and I just wouldn't be 100% satisfied with the cuts that I would get. Like I said, that's when I came up with the idea of, learning to cut my own hair. I took my pops' trimmers and I started doing my own facial hair. After I started doing my own facial hair, I started doing my own eyebrows, and then I started lining myself up until one day I had actually gotten this set right here. I had bought it. It was $200. I was like, you know what? Instead of using my pops' stuff, I'm gonna just buy my own professional trimmers, shape up myself whenever I want without having to use somebody else's stuff. So yeah, I bought those trimmers. I started shaping myself up, and then one day I happened to go to this dude's house, and I started telling him about how I had just gotten like these new trimmers and how my facial hair was so crispy, and that I was over here like I was just flexing the fact that I had just gotten my own tools. And my uncle at the time, he didn't have a consistent barber. I don't know how we had specifically gotten into the conversation about barbering. Dude, tell me why this dude literally sits me down and is like, cut my hair. And literally, I did not say no. I don't know what in me said like yes, but like I was just like, I have nothing to lose. Like if I mess up, oh well. If I don't, then it's fire. So I told him yes, and I said, but here's the thing, I'm missing a clipper. That's when he had told me like, hey, let me know what clipper you want and we'll go half on it. So literally that whole rest of the night, I did research on the kind of clipper that I had wanted to start out with. Literally that same night, I had gotten on Amazon, and 2 days later on a Saturday, I cut my first head, which happened to be my uncle, bro. And literally ever since then, I haven't stopped cutting bro's hair. Like this dude is literally OG of OG. After my grandpa caught wind that I started to learn how to cut hair, he started started coming with me too. And it had even got to the point where I was even ambitious enough to try cutting my own hair. And literally from that July in 2023 to the end of December of 2023, I just cut hair. Every 2 weeks, I would cut my hair, cut his hair, cut my grandpa's hair. So along the way, I posted like some TikToks. You know, I showed some people that I started cutting hair. I had some of my friends come tap in with me just so, you know, they can get at least like a little lineup or something, you know. And it wasn't until, like I said, around December where I decided I wanted to make this official, where I had wanted to take cutting hair to the next level and actually start gaining clientele. So then I had to sit down with my parents, because of course I was still living with them at the time. I had asked them if I could use their garage in order for me to start cutting hair. Without a doubt, they let me, and the only thing they let me know is to just be prepared. And of course, that was never an issue with me, to be prepared. So then I had made a goal for myself. I said, listen, the start of 2024, literally January 1st of 2024, I'm gonna make it public that I'm going to start cutting hair. I had posted a TikTok about building my own barber station. I had bought more tools. I made the place look a little bit more presentable, and eventually I had made the big move and made it public that I started cutting hair. Literally, I was incredibly afraid to start cutting hair, bro, just because, like I said, I didn't know how to talk to people. Literally, bro, like I just didn't know how to start a conversation. I didn't know like anything. Literally, cutting hair by itself wasn't a challenge. The challenge to me was being able to talk to people. But I was like, you know what, dude, I gotta be better. I need to stimulate myself. I need to do something. And that's what I did. And literally, ever since then, I haven't stopped cutting hair. I try to have no breaks. 2024 was officially the day where I had started cutting hair and started gaining clientele. So I've definitely been in the game for not too long. Still learning here and there, but hey, I mean, if people keep coming back, it's a sign. Anyways, I'll get into it a little bit more. Let me finish bro's cut and I'll get back to y'all. That right there, guys, is the cut. Give you guys a nice little spin around. Slide, did a little bit of enhancements. Nothing too crazy. Still trying to experiment, but yeah, that's how we looking on the cut. Look cool, nothing crazy. Let's start cleaning up for my next client. I swear, bro, my whole station be looking just like this at the end of the day, but let's see how many cuts we got. Just got done with my uncle. I got one more person coming in right now, and then I got his homie coming in right now as well. Might not record for them just because they're not really chatty people. Maybe I'll give you guys little snippets here and there. That's them knocking right now. I'll give y'all before and after. What's going on, y'all? It's currently the next day. Go ahead, get the V started up. You know what I'm saying? This is the car. Let's go ahead, get the V started up. Let's hear it. Yo. Oh my God, it is extremely hot right now, bro. I am not gonna lie. Look, let me show y'all. It's currently 90 degrees outside, bro. It is way too hot. Back, I need some sunlight in here. There we go. Now we're looking a lot better. I'll probably stop on the way to get some gas as well too. But yeah, man, it's currently the next day. Let's see how many cuts I have for today. So unfortunately, I did have one cancellation today, but I still have 3 people today. So that's always good. Right now, we're gonna go get some gas, and we're gonna go get some food. We're gonna come back, organize the place a little bit, and then get straight to our cuts as well. I think the car's ready to go. We already heated up, so let's get going. Extremely hot out right now, bro. I swear I have to have the AC on at all times, bro, just because it's too hot. Only times I can have the window down is like 70, like low 80 degree weather. You know what I'm saying? Way too hot right now, bro. You got me messed up. But yeah, man, it should be a busy day today. Dude, I had ended up doing one more cut than I was supposed to. Literally didn't even know about it just because people who were coming in to get their cut, they had brought their friend and he had asked if I can cut his hair. So, I mean, essentially the cut that I had did yesterday made up for the cut that I was supposed to get today at 2 o'clock. Fortunately, I still don't have the cancellation protection on my Bucksy app, but I mean, we'll get that up soon and going, just so I get paid anyways, you know. But anyways, guys, I'll do a POV on the way to get my food and get some gas, just so y'all can get to know me a little bit more. Yesterday I was in a little bit of a rush just because I knew time was gonna be of the essence, but I basically gave y'all like a basic explanation of why I even started cutting hair in the first place. I do enjoy cutting hair, and I do enjoy, most of all, creating connections with other people, bro, because that's just something that I was missing back then in high school. Never ever did I once like really care about the money, if I'm gonna be real. It was just about being able to talk to people, stuff like that. But as I said before in the beginning of this video, I am in college. Right now I'm currently going for a business major. So that's another reason why I had wanted to start barbering, just so I can get more accustomed to learning how to talk, because of course you can't be a good businessman if you don't know how to talk. It's gonna be my 3rd year in college. I'm technically a sophomore just because I've been part-time this whole time going to school. You know, after high school I was trying to think what I wanted to do after high school. College to me just seemed like the safe bet, you know. Each their own, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't 100% confident that college was something that I wanted to do just because I didn't like school, if I'm gonna be real. Dude, I hated going to school, especially. Like, just sitting down in the classroom just doesn't excite me. Of course, learning about things that I obviously didn't care learning about. I was still a good kid. I was still, you know, still had good grades and stuff like that. But college, to me, is a bit different. I'm actually learning things that I actually want to learn about. And that's why I think, like, maybe that college might be, you know, a good path for me to take, you know. Me being in college isn't going to change. Here coming up in the next couple of weeks, I am going to be starting my first full semester as a full-time student. So I'm pretty excited about that. But with that being said, ooh, there's another charger over here. Okay. But first, let's go ahead and get some gas real quick. While that's filling up, I'll give you guys a little 360 of the whip. Just because honestly, this was one of the reasons why I had wanted to start making videos in the first place, was actually this whip. Yeah, man, it's low key. It's a little chopped, man. It looks like a striker car. But like I said, this was gonna be the whole reason why I had even wanted to start videos in the first place. As you can see, it's a work in progress. But yeah, anyways, man, this car was going to be the reason why I had wanted to start making videos in the first place. But now that I'm a college student, I'm gonna have a lot more time to just make videos of just whatever, you know? So my goal is with these videos, show you guys like pretty much day in the life content, if I'm gonna be real. You know, doing videos was always something that I low-key wanted to do. But honestly, I was just too scared of doing it, if I'm gonna be real. I don't know why I was so intimidated of the fact of making videos. I think it's because I know it takes so much time, just because I already do some social media. So I already know how much time it takes to just do one little TikTok. But a whole video is crazy. But anyways, yeah, that's the whole reason why you guys are watching here today. My plans with these videos are, I want to bring you guys barbering content. I feel like that could be something cool to show you guys in the videos. My goal is to actually even get more clientele in college. So you guys will see my progression on that. I want to bring some car content to the channel as well. Just because, like I said, my car has always been something that I've been building on and progressing. And I know there's a lot of builds out there that show charger builds, but I feel like not many really show the progress. So that's kind of what I want to do as well. Show my baby some love, you know? I wouldn't mind showing like some college content, but I feel like that'd just be a little bit more boring, if I'm gonna be real. It's really not that exciting just to show that I'm going to college and I'm going to class and doing the homework, you know what I'm saying? I just want these videos to be a collection of how much I've grown. You know, I want to look back on this video and be like, bro, ain't no way I was talking about this and now I have this, or you know what I'm saying? Nice little 370. I simply just want to do these videos just for fun, just to track how my life is going. You know, I'm making a big move. I'm quitting my full-time job in order to pursue barbering, social media, and school. I don't feel like a lot of people have that opportunity, you know, to quit their job, pursue something that they love doing, pursue school. You know, everything's expensive nowadays. But fortunately, I was able to save up enough money for me to take off the first semester of college full-time. The goal is next semester, I wouldn't have to get a job just because of how much I've grown cutting hair, doing social media, etc, etc. So yeah, man, making big moves, man. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. Definitely a mix of emotion, just because, like I said, not many people can say they can quit their job to pursue what they want to do, you know? I'm really hoping to grind that stuff. I have a lot coming for these videos. It's gonna be nothing but videos. That's my goal, that's my grind, that's my purpose. But yeah, man, be on the lookout. Let's give you guys some pulls, just so y'all know what I'm working with. For the car girls and car guys out there, if you hadn't heard already, this is a 3.6 liter V6. I actually gotten this when I was 17, turning 18 in high school. So I'm low-key pretty proud of it. But yeah, along the way, from 2023 to now, I've done so many things to it. As you can see, it doesn't look like a SXT. It doesn't look like a V6. But hopefully soon. Literally, I have some big plans coming for it. As y'all seen, my bumpers, my hoods, everything was all different colors. Before I knew I was gonna be going into school full-time, I was going to get this car painted. Hopefully it's still possible to get this thing painted while I'm still in school full-time. Goal is to be grinding out cuts for the next 4 months. But yeah, I was gonna get this car painted. Inevitably, I was gonna swap it. Of course, all that money that I was going to use for the swap is going to school. But it's cool though. Eventually we're gonna get this thing swapped. Eventually we're gonna get this thing to where I want it to be. But yeah, enough chit chat. Get these windows down, sunroof cracked. Put this in manual mode. Oh my God, of course there's cops here too. Hold on. Good pull right here. It's definitely not a V8, but trust, we gonna get there one day. We gonna get there. I can still do pat pass, like, hold on. I still drive this car like a Hellcat, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, I'm not gonna lie. For me being a V6 owner, I felt like it doesn't sound that bad. As y'all can hear. We driving too crazy. We'll do another good pull right here. Oh, it's too bumpy. Well, yeah, man, let me get my food and I'll see y'all back at home. Guys, I got a couple more minutes before my clients come in. I kind of want to give you guys a little tour of my setup. So here, check this out. So first question being is, Adam, where do you cut? Are you in apartments? Are you in dorms? Or like, where are you even at? Thankfully, I am in an apartment. I'm literally only 5 minutes away from my college. It's really convenient. I'm really fortunate to have that opportunity. But as for my clients, they have a little seating area out here. While I'm cutting up somebody, I usually tell them just to chill here for a little bit. This was from the apartment. After I tell them they can come through, they can walk over here, of course, head to my crib, and this is the setup as of currently. Please do not judge me too hard. It's still a little bit of a mess, but yeah, essentially this is the setup. This is how I have things going on right now. Of course, this is my barber chair and my cape. I plan to switch these up a little bit. I plan to be getting a new chair and a new cape here soon, just so it looks cleaner. I literally got this table. Fun fact, I had gotten this table from the street. Some people from this apartment complex had put this out on the street, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just get it, because before that I was rocking that so my PS5 could be on there, because I had actually gotten this PS5, don't mind the happy face, I had actually gotten this PS5 for my clients. So yeah, I got this. I gotta clean it. As you can see, I gotta clean it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I kind of just want to have it there in place of like something, you know what I'm saying? Of course, as y'all can see, this is my setup right here. You know, I got my tools, got extra stuff in there, got stuff in here, more shenanigans in there. I had ordered this little salon type of table off of Amazon. I had wanted to get a toolbox, but I don't know how I felt about it being in like this apartment specifically. Like, I don't know if it would just be the vibe or not. So, but I just got this anyway, just because whatever. I plan to switch this around, and like I said, don't mind this real quick. I plan to get this cord behind the mirror so that I could put these around the mirror so that it looks a lot nicer. As you can see it over here. I kind of did this on this wall. This couch, don't mind the couch, it's low-key beat up crazy. A client who used to be a barber gave this to me. As you can see, like I said, things are still a little bit of a mess. As you can see, I was trying to cut some panels up so I could put it over here. Yeah, I got 2 ring lights hung up right here. I got the soundproofing panels right here. I got I got neon lights, which are LED lights that whatever. As you can see, both lights work. Turn this one on, turn this one on, and as y'all can see, this is essentially my view whenever, you know, I'm just cutting here. I just cut right here, look at the mirror, whatever, and yeah. I would definitely say get used to this, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like this for a good minute. Of course, I would want it to be a little bit more nicer or whatever, but like I said, it's still a work in progress. But yeah, these lights can change colors. These lights on top cannot change colors. A cool thing that I had actually got whenever moving into this apartment, I had actually gotten a specific mount so that you could put down the TV whenever I'm not cutting, because it's really convenient. Because dude, I don't want to be sitting down watching TV and having to break my neck looking up, you know what I'm saying? So thankfully, I just had the TV a little bit more of a comfortable angle. And as always, I can always put this back up. So it's nice. I honestly don't know what else I want to do to this setup. Like I said, I do want to make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. But other than that, I'm still trying to get things together. Like I said, I can't beat the view. I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I'm very fortunate to be in the position that I am right now. And speaking of, I think my client's just texting me to start heading down. So come with me. since we're already here, let's go ahead and check my schedule for tomorrow. If I can even get it pulled up. There we go. Only 2 clients that is not supposed to be there. Richie, Angel. We doing YouTube now, y'all. Oh God, bro, we gotta make vlogs. We gotta get famous now, you feel me? Bro said collab. How y'all doing though? That's me too, bro. I'm ready to get the day started, bro. My clients, I don't know why they just like being on Fortnite so much. Nah, bro, I saw my Hellcat. Angel, shut up. This is my first client of the day. Let's do it before and after. Okay. All right, guys, this is how the cut came out. Look down, Rich. Shut up, Angel.
Shut up, Angel.
Back came out crazy. A lot of texture back here. That came out crazy. I ain't gonna cap. Bro, look at bro's head is flat in the back. This is how his cut's looking right now. The back, usually be doing freestyle or whatever. Oh my God, bro, looks homeless. Let's change this man for real. Boom. Now we got my boy back in the game. Got my boy his G, his little heart too, just cause he love his girl. Nice little fade in. Bro's gotta go to Kingston practice, so bro gotta be out of here for real. All right, guys, so unfortunately for my last client, he has said that he had to, that he wasn't gonna make it. So honestly, a perfect opportunity for me to cut my own hair. I need a haircut anyways. I was gonna do it tomorrow since I wasn't gonna have a lot of people. But yeah, as you can see, looking crazy right now, but that's all gonna change. In 3, 2, 1, boom, and just like that, we feeling back to 100 again. I'm not gonna lie, this side came out crazy. No enhancements, by the way. Same with this side as well, although you can barely see it. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to end off the video here. Thank you guys for giving me an opportunity for you to get to know me. Of course, there's gonna be more videos here to come. You already know it's up from here. Love y'all, and I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.